pandemic is starting to ease up, and with that, well, we could all use a good laugh. So why not tonight? Firefly Autism is hosting Laugh Yourself Blue, their yearly fundraiser, and tonight's virtual and in-person event is hosted by Daily Blast Live's Al Jackson and Tori Schulman. Well, the headliner is the one and only DL Hughley.
Okay, this is seriously one cool event. Before we get into that, I want to start with Jesse with Firefly and what Firefly does. Jesse, will you tell us, please?
So Firefly is a nonprofit. We've been around for 20 years. We've been working with children from ages 18 months to 21 years of age in our center-based program. But our home-based and our adult programs, we're working with individuals well into their 70s and 80s. So Firefly has been part of the Colorado landscape for the past 20 years, changing lives every single day.
What an incredible cause. Now, you guys have this great event, Laugh Yourself Blue. This is a big one for you. Let's talk about this year's event. It's a virtual one, but it's still pretty special. Tell me about what people can expect.
So here's what's so cool is because of our chairs with Marco Travis, we decided, you know, we're going to try something different. So this is a hybrid that's never been done. So not only do we have in-person live at the Donald Soul Ballroom with DL Hughley and 500 guests, but we also have 3 watch parties maxed at 120 guests at Empower Field, at the Denver Museum of Nature and Science, and the Denver Aquarium. Not to mention, we also have the virtual component.
Okay, I think you literally raised the bar for virtual events out there. So kudos on that. Sounds like it's going to be a ton of fun. And look, you've got 2 great hosts that are going to be with you on that night. So let's talk to Tori and Al, and everybody recognizes them. They're the hosts of Daily Blast Live. Yeah. I want to ask you two, what made you say, this is the event I want to be at, I want to spend some time with them?
Well, Tori, I'll jump in, and I just want to say before we even go any further, I want to thank Jesse and crew for breaking away from what looks like auditioning for the Family Feud to get here. For myself, Tori and I went to, well, my youngest son is on the spectrum, so the cause of autism has always been near and dear to my heart and something I'm passionate about. Tori and I went to the Firefly School to do a story. We've done hundreds of stories, and it just, Tori, in my line when I say it knocked us off our feet, we said that we had to do more. The opportunity to host an event a couple of years ago came up. We jumped at it, and here we are 3 years later. Tori, time flies, huh?
It really does. I remember talking to Jesse about buying chairs because they needed chairs. I was like, I'll buy anything. I'm obsessed with this foundation. So I also happen to be a pretty bad comic. Al's a really good one. But together we're amazing, and we know that laughter can move mountains and open wallets. So anything to do with humor and to help any kid, you know I'm in 1,000%.
Jesse, I want to ask you, the funds raised from this event go to such a great cause. Tell me about how it helps in so many ways.
So one of the things that Firefly is now becoming known for is the innovation that's happening here. Tobin and Travis being on our board, on the spectrum as well, is very sensitive to that. And Tobin, of course, has been leading the charge with Laugh Yourself Blue. So I'll let them share just a little bit about why this is important as well.
One of the things that makes our event so powerful for us at Firefly is we get to recognize our staff. They're the backbone of everything that we do here. They're the miracle workers every day. And we get to honor our staff as part of our overall event and celebrate 120 of them all at our location, getting to enjoy the night representing them, but as well being able to share stories about our clients' successes, about the impact that our board members get to make on our supporters and what we do, and how we're trying every day to expand what we do and share the opportunities that we can create here with more and more people in the community. So every dollar that's raised this evening is multiplied further and further through the impact that we can have in our community and beyond.
A big part of it for me being on the spectrum is changing the narrative. And the more exposure people have to people on the spectrum, the more exposure they have, and the more the narrative changes. And once we always say, once you've met one autistic person, you've met one autistic person.
I want to send it back to Al. Al, you are a comedian yourself. What has that been like? And is it the same doing it virtually? And look, DL Hughley is going to be the headliner. What can you say about him?
I mean, let me speak to DL first because he is the headliner. And I hope people know when I was starting my career in Miami 15 years ago, DL Hughley would come through and headline and there'd be a line around the building. He has been famous for multiple decades. He is hilarious. He is poignant. He is of the moment. And he is by far the biggest headliner that we've ever had. And I'm just super excited to share this event with him.
Okay, Laugh Yourself Blue, certainly going to be a fantastic night.
And this is happening tonight featuring headliner DL Hughley. Go to laughyyourselfblue.com right now. $50 are the tickets, and it goes to support Firefly Autism. Stay with us. More Coco after the break.